Well, thanks for logging on. Meteorologist Brandon Lashbrook here with a tropical update for your Friday evening as the tropics and the Atlantic are beginning to show signs of life after a little bit of a lull in the activity over the past week or so. We now have 3 tropical waves to keep an eye on, ranging from the Gulf of Mexico all the way into the central and eastern Atlantic. So let's start with the one closest to home in the northwest Gulf of Mexico. We have a disturbed area of some disorganized showers and storms over the portion of the Gulf of Mexico. The National Hurricane Center has a low chance of development over the next 2 and 7 days. We could possibly see some slow tropical development over the next few days as it kind of meanders in the eastern and western side of the Gulf of Mexico. We could see maybe some slow tropical development. But notice we have a lot of storm and shower activity moving its way inland that we had today here in Baton Rouge and across portions of coastal Louisiana and Texas, all the way down toward about Houston as well. Notice on the satellite imagery, we have these upper level winds kind of seeing this upper level clockwise motion. That's indicating some upper level divergence. Now at the surface we have some broad low level circulation where it may want to try to have some tropical development, and the water temperatures are definitely warm enough for it. We have 86 degrees reporting here at one buoy, 87 along the Texas coastline, so the waters are no issue. They're definitely warm enough for some development. But regardless of any development we may or may not see, we're going to likely see some more rounds of showers and storms roll into portions of Texas and Louisiana over the next several days. Here is a live look at satellite and radar as of this Friday evening. You see we had a couple of bands of these rounds of showers and storms roll through, brought some gusty winds and some heavy rainfall, even a little bit of flash flooding in New Orleans as well. And we'll see another kind of batch of some showers moving onto the more coastal regions of Louisiana right now. And so we're going to continue to see rounds of showers and storms kind of roll into Louisiana and Texas through the weekend into the new work week as well as we go over the next few days. A lot of moisture in the atmosphere. You see the moisture content, a lot of these high pink and purple colors and these beige colors as well. That's indicating a pretty saturated atmosphere. And the key with this is that it's not going to move a whole bunch over the next several days. Notice even to Saturday and Sunday, that high moisture content is still lingering around into their area. But notice by Monday, a little bit more of those darker purple colors, some slightly drier air moves in as the disturbance kind of retrogrades a little bit down to the south or southwest. And that may decrease our more inland rain chances for your Labor Day, but keeping the rain chances a little bit higher for more coastal regions for Louisiana and of course Texas too. Now with some of these rain bands that have been moving in and that will continue to move in as well, those will foster a chance for some isolated flash flooding being a possibility with some of these training rain bands with heavier rain. So there is a flash flood watch in effect for parishes along the I-10 corridor and down to the south as well. So it includes East Baton Rouge Parish all the way down to the more coastal regions and including the South Shore too, New Orleans and Belle Chase. So that's for that main threat for some isolated flash flooding being a possibility with some of those rain bands that move in, set up over similar areas, train with heavier rainfall, and that may overwhelm some short-term drainage systems and really provide that threat for flash flooding for those urban areas and those low-lying areas. To kind of time out that rain chance for you as we go through tonight, though, still going to be seeing some isolated showers and a few storms, but may see a little bit more dry conditions through the overnight hours for more inland areas. Coastal regions still going to see that rain chance even through the overnight hours. Come Saturday, we'll see a chance again for daytime showers and storms kind of rolling across the region with those southeasterly winds across Louisiana into Mississippi throughout the afternoon into the early evening hours. And then by the overnight period, a little bit more on the drier side again, a few showers storms still possible, however, and then by Sunday, going to be another kind of a wet day as well with numerous scattered showers and storms across the region. Again, some of these storms may bring some heavier rainfall at times, some gusty winds possible too, along with some frequent lightning being a possibility as well through Sunday afternoon, and then again kind of diminishing a touch into Monday as you get that slightly drier air in for the more northern zones to be more so on the drier side for your Labor Day, with coastal zones on Labor Day having that best chance for scattered showers and storms. Now, on average, throughout the next 7 days, rainfall totals that we could possibly expect around 1 to 2 inches for our more northern zones near Centerville, Macomb, and Kentwood as well. Here in the Baton Rouge area, around 2 to 3 inches possible over the next 7 days. And then the higher amounts you see are more so down to the coastal area. So 4 to 5 near Morgan City, New Iberia, and maybe near 7 or more inches of rain down near coastal Louisiana, or more so on the western side of the state or the extreme coastline. Now, we could very much well see locally higher amounts possible, more so where we see those rain bands kind of set up and kind of train over similar areas, and that will bring that locally higher rain chance possible. Now, outside of that system, we have two more waves to talk about in the Atlantic. The first being this disturbance 2 in the central Atlantic that has a medium chance of development over the next 7 days, as it will generally move off into the west toward the Caribbean. Behind that is another tropical wave just off the coast of Africa that has a low chance of development over the next 7 days, as we may see some slow development of a low form with some disorganized showers and storms. Again, that a low chance, but we'll keep an eye on that for sure. Now, this other tropical wave, the first one I mentioned, that one we're going to have to watch rather closely, as it's likely going to move into the Caribbean Ocean. So here's just one model run. This is the GFS model. You see where that tropical wave lies right now, again in the central Atlantic. Moving into about Saturday into Sunday, near Monday, may see some impacts possible into the Lesser Antilles Islands, and then moving westward into the Caribbean, where we could see that low kind of more so take shape. Now, again, this is just one model run, so the exact track of this potential low is likely to change and shift as we go over the next few days, looking at new runs as they come in. But the main player we see is the Bermuda High, just off to the north. That might help to block it, keep it into the Caribbean as we go into next week. But from there, of course, there is some pretty higher uncertainty on the exact track where it may or may not go. Is a possibility we could see more of a north and northeasterly track. It may stay a little bit more to the west and move towards Central America, a possibility. So beyond midweek or so, when we may see a tropical depression form, of course, there will be that uncertainty on the exact track. So just keep an eye on the forecast for sure, as we are heading toward peak season, where we want to keep a close eye on the tropics in September, as peak, of course, is September 10th, and still plenty of season left to go as we go into October and even portions of November as well. But of course, we will always keep you up to date here on Tracking the Tropics, and I hope to see you soon.